Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all keeping well out there. Tonight, I've got Brian Madden with me, and he's going to be putting a new nameplate on his A4. So we're going to be watching him do that. I'm going to sit back and relax, read the comments, and play with my train. So over to you, Brian.
Thank you kindly. So I mentioned in the chat last November that I had recently acquired a new granddaughter. So we were graced with a young wee girl by the name of Rosalind Clark. So I asked in the chat who does etched nameplates, because I wanted to rename one of the locos that I'm into. So got on the Fox Transfers, and they sent me 3 etched nameplates and the corresponding numbers, which I will use.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Brian, is I'll make your screen bigger so people can see.
Okay, so
we got to try and squeeze past each other.
Okay. These micro layouts. Anyhow, so what we're doing is we're going to be renaming, renumbering. So Ralph Wedgwood, number 4469. A lovely loco. One we had spare. So first things first. And do you have a small screwdriver?
Yeah, I'll get you one in a second.
Oh, you have one here. Okay.
There we go. We'll swap over there for a while.
Bear with me, guys.
Right, I'll just say a quick hi to everybody who's popped in. So we have Brian, Lemington Central Model Railway. Don't forget to check out his train shop. Somebody put the link in the chat. And Yozer's in. Evening, Yozer. Holsec C6PW. Mick 92. Tom Houston Model Rail. Jerry BVR. So Jerry's only here for a few minutes. Life's getting in the way of fun. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Good evening, Andy. How you doing? And Flymo Chairman One's in. Smallwood Junction. Good evening. SJ TrainWorld. You recognize that steam engine going around there? Joshua W. Fix Gaming is back from Scotland. Good evening, Josh. How you doing? Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Pun time. How you doing, Simon? Yeah, that video I done off buffers. I didn't realize how dark it was. Someone else pointed that out as well. Didn't see it when I was editing, but it's done now. Lesson learned. Oh, Valerie's in. Hi, Valerie. How you doing? Oh, there's Simon's put up the train shop website. New Model Railway. Good evening.
Good using some teacut. Remove the
Sorry, folks. Other half insists we need shopping. Catch up later. No problem, Jerry. Catch you again. Take care. Enjoy the shopping. If you're heading to Lidl or Aldi, stay away from that middle aisle. Alan White's in. Hi, Alan. There's Nick, Rule 1 Model Railways, back from his travels around Europe. And Richard's Brown as well. Hi, Richard. How you doing? And hi to anybody lurking in the background. And hi to anybody who's watching this on catch up. This is great. Just sitting down here now, relaxing while Brian's on the main camera there.
Don't think I'm doing this every week.
So you got any questions? Pop them into the chat. And Brian at the moment is just removing the decals. He's using Safe Cut, isn't it?
T-cut.
A T-cut to remove
Scratch removal.
remove the numbering. So we're going to see how far we get in the next hour, because Jason's on tonight, so he'll be on at 8:30.
Doesn't seem to be making it.
Mark grew a beard.
The background beard. Oh, I've been called worse.
Yeah, anybody who's just joined, I got Brian Madden here. He's a local modeler to me. When I mean local, he's over an hour away. What's it, about 35 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sunny side of Donegal.
The other side of the gap, as we would say.
Yeah, that.
He's good enough to bring me a couple of cans of Dr. Pepper as well, so I can relax with those.
I'm going to see if I can.
Oh, Jason isn't on tonight. He's on tomorrow instead, is he? Oh. That teaches me for just linking his thing and not actually looking at the date. All right, so we can go a bit longer tonight, Brian, if need to, because Jason's not actually on tonight now, so no need to rush.
Half-time cup of tea.
Oh, yeah, that's it now. Scheduled for the tomorrow, 8 o'clock at 26. So, Hermitage Road, good evening, sir. How you doing? We got 24 in chat by the looks of it. Don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. If you've got any questions or comments, put them in the chat. Yeah, I've still got a bit of a cough. I gave in, rang the doctor Monday, got an appointment Tuesday. So I'm on a course of antibiotics now. I've got some sort of chest infection. So I'm on the 3rd day of antibiotics now. It is actually starting to get a little bit better. Good one, Brian. Donegal in the kitchen makes tea. See, the thing is, Flymo, I don't drink tea or coffee. So you really don't want me making tea or coffee because
Yes, I do.
I don't do a good job.
Yes, I do.
Although my daughter is in the kitchen, she's a tea drinker, so I'm sure
Pass on the word.
she'll make a cuppa. How was the condition of the Black Beauty? Well, I actually done a video on it today, and it won't be out for a couple of weeks. But it came out of the box, and it didn't run very well. And when I actually had a closer look at it, the wheels were absolutely filthy. They were caked in dirt. So it's had a mini service. It's had the wheels cleaned up. I ran it in on the rolling road for about 10, 15 minutes either side. Either direction. And now, as you can see, it's running around the layout perfectly. So it's had a clean up. I did notice that one of the sandpipes is missing on one side on the middle wheels, but everything else seems intact. If you can't pay in tea, how about paying Brian in A4s? I couldn't afford. I've got some videos of his train room here and the shelves he's got off trains up. I'll show that in a bit.
It's an illness.
Good evening, Leslie. How you doing, sir? I once had to make tea at work. I gave all the guys the wrong mugs, and they never asked again. Yes, nuclear wagons going around there. Again, they're on the video I made today. That was one of those late night purchases on eBay. I've seen them. I thought, oh yeah, and then, well, I've got them now. Hi, Maura. How you doing? Thanks for the help. I think he's ready. Yeah, just let me know after the show this evening. I'll be boxing it back up and getting it ready to post out. And if you want anything else stuck in the bag, just in the box, let me know. Yeah, so I've done a video today on purchasing model stuff, where to buy it, and different examples of it. Obviously, the number one place you should go is your model shop. And then after that, you're looking online, and then you're looking at secondhand. So the video will have a few examples. I say it won't be out for a few weeks. I'm actually, at the moment, being able to get a bit of a spurt on and ahead of myself. I've got about 4 or 5 videos in the bag. So the sunshine's come out. I've got a bit of enthusiasm, so I'm going to run with it. Hope it didn't become a nuclear war in the bidding prices for those flasks. Well, I didn't quite pay what they were sold at through a Cura scale. But it wasn't far off, to be honest, when postage and everything came into it. But they were brand new. Whoever sold them obviously had never taken them out of the box. I've got to get some batteries for them for the tail lamp. I seem to have every size button battery, sort of watch battery, except the one needed for that. So I'll grab some of them next time I'm out shopping. Oh, Leslie, bit of a frustrating day, but paid off in the end. Oh, were you
Sorry,
out
Mark,
on the line side?
could you, in the box is the tender.
Yeah.
You can pop it out. Yeah,
He's making me do work. That's not on.
yeah, just take the bloody tender. Happy days. I will.
How's it? I haven't been paying attention. How's it going there with getting the decals off as the
It's
T-cut work?
well, I have them off.
Oh, it didn't actually take long.
No, the nameplate's popped out. Happy days. Where is the?
I heard your voice and thought either Mark's growing a beard or the stream's gone funny. And then I heard another voice. Yes, anyone who's joined us, Brian Madden's here. He's
Swapping out the
a
gold
local
for
modeler
the
for me.
silver for the gold. Upgrade that way.
And he's putting some nameplates on an A4. It's actually got some etched nameplates made in the name of his granddaughter, who was born, was it last November, did you say?
October 23rd, hence the number of the loco is going to be 2310.
Oh, right, okay. 2310.
So that's the number it's going to be. It's going to have her name on it. And I'm not sure, where's the... If anybody can read the small maker's plate here, it probably says Donegal. But, hang on, what's it say? Can't see. Don't have any Gregory Peck's on. Well, actually, I do.
So I'm going to leave Brian working away with that while I keep an eye on the chat. Tim Mason, can I ask a question to anyone who has experienced this? I bought some mega fret wagons today, which have been badly weathered. What is the best way to remove acrylic paint without wrecking the wagon? Well, I would say it would depend whether they've put a coat of varnish, matte varnish over the top to protect it. If it's just acrylic paint, it should come off easily enough. I would try with some water to start with. And if you can do a test somewhere where it's going to be hidden or not seen, maybe a bit of surgical spirits or IPA, but you need to do it somewhere, whereas if it does damage the plastic.
Is Nitromors too heavy?
Is what, sorry?
Nitromors? You know, the paint stripper.
I'd say that would be too heavy. That would probably damage the plastic.
You get away if it was on the metal footplate or boiler, but
yeah,
on plastic,
it would probably...
you could try one that you figure that you're not going to lose too much if it did go bad.
Yeah. Hi, Andy, Moreland Model Railway. I can't remember whether I said hello to you or not, but hello. Welcome to the stream. Rule 1 Model Railways, Nick, hoping to restart videos in October in my new forever home. Ooh, look forward to that, Nick. I still have those points to post down to you, mate. I'm sorry, but they're sitting there staring at me. Mark, do you want to buy my N-gauge layout? You were going to text me details on it last week, Valerie. So send me some details on it and I'll have a think, depending on whether I can afford it at the moment or not. So I was just thinking it would be nice to have for the museum because it'd be something to take around to shows. See if I can Donegal file it. Never say those words, Nick. Well, yeah, we all know our forever homes. Like, I thought I was going to be in a maybe not forever home, but at least a home for at least 10 years. And I was there 7 months. Dettol will strip paint off plastic. Okay. Woolsec BW says soapy water. Water on a cotton bud. Be careful with IPA too. What's that?
Have you got any Dettol?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can try somewhere on it where it's not going to be seen, or try these things, just make sure it doesn't damage the plastic. Does it matter if it's die-cast metal? Oh, is it actually die-cast metal? Well, that should be a bit more robust, but then you're more worried about damaging the underlying paint. October is the deadline. Yeah, I think Night Moors will be a bit too harsh on it, Flymo, as you say there, yeah. Brian's saying Dettol is the best, in my opinion, as it doesn't damage plastic or metal. There you go.
Yeah.
Pepsi, Michael.
And Flymo's got his Class 58 N gauge today. First N gauge. Ooh. Sure, there was a railway director who used 4486 Merlin and temporarily named the loco after his 3 children once. Ah. Do you want to remove the weathering or strip the whole paintwork? I'm going to give the IPA and Dettol a try first. Yeah, as I say, Tim, if you can do it somewhere that's not going to be seen, just to see, make sure it doesn't, excuse me, sorry guys, damage anything. Yeah, that'd be more tricky, just the soap and water then perhaps. Yeah, it depends whether they put like a clear varnish over the top. If it's like an acrylic varnish, then soap and water should do that. But if it's any other type of varnish, it might be more tricky. Warning, not all plastics are the same. Very true, Ivo. Yeah, Farmer says, yes, just try the simple things first. Water, cotton bud, and some elbow grease. Good idea, Brian, from Centre Model. Petty, I'm allergic to Dettol. Oh, you're allergic to Dettol? I think anybody could be allergic to Dettol. Heard you say something about batteries for those Acura scale wagons. If they are the very small ones, I struggled to get them. Eventually got a whole load of them from a Doll's House company online. Oh, really? There's something like a CR297, I think it was. And I've got a big blister pack of those type batteries. And I was looking and I couldn't, there was none of them on there. I was trying to find, Googling equivalents, and I couldn't find anything. Yeah, the guy weathered the underneath, so we'll try on that before a visible area. All right, okay. Timber Surf, how are you doing, sir? Fiberglass brush, but gentle strokes, and take time, else you will go through the paint. There's another thing to try, Tim. Oh yes, I have allergies to many odd things. Celery, and I can't even say the word either. Amazon is usually the best place for those batteries. All right, thanks, Nick.
We need...
Our pound shop does a card of all sorts of their sales. Yeah, see, I've got a card full like that, which probably came from the pound shop.
No.
And
Sorry, Mark, could I ask for a ruler or a straight edge, if you have?
Yeah, should have one down here.
Please.
Yeah, as I was saying, I do have a card full of all those batteries, but none of them were the right size.
Happy days. Super. Thank you.
One of those names and numbers that 4486 Merlin was used was 1934. Yeah. Some people go overboard on weathering. I have some container flats with repeater couplings. The guy had used weathering powders on the couplings. Now they won't move. That's a bit heavy. Had the same problem Mark Hence finding on the Doll's House Company website. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that big a problem. Obviously it is. Hi Trevor, how you doing?
Uh, 2310. Okay.
Oh yes, Valerie has mentioned their methody. All those people who are in Ireland or fancy coming over to Belfast for a weekend. I think it's actually the UK bank holiday weekend. There is a train show on, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the 24th and 25th of August. And it's in one of the Methodist halls in Belfast. If somebody can look, actually I'll do it now in a second because I'm just sat here relaxing at the moment while Brian's doing all the work. Trevor Real, not too bad. I have another A4 in the post. What's your count on A4s at the moment, Brian?
51.
51 A4s.
51 A4s. They didn't make 51 A4s. They renamed a lot of them, so. You can never have too many A4s.
Oh, Clive Newland Railways in the house. How are you doing, Clive? Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah. We need the number 3s.
Yeah, Saturday the 24th, Sunday the 25th. Methodist College, Belfast, Malone Road, BT. Right, let's... Let's see if I can bring the chat up. There's the Facebook page for them if you want to click on that link. Give their page a like as well.
Number 3s.
Oh, Tom's hoping to go there. What's the parking? To be honest, I can't remember because it's a couple of years since I was been there. I think I ended up parking. Actually, where is Malone Road in Belfast? I used to know Belfast quite well because I worked up there, but it hasn't been. It's been at least 6 years since I was up there, or 6 years since I worked there.
Right. Oh, hang on. Etchings. Oh, could you ask the chat about the glue for the etched plates?
You ask away. You're mic'd up there.
Oh, am I? Okay. Forgot about that. Sorry, guys. It's me muttering away to myself. Can you put in the chat what's the best way to secure dowels to this? Obviously, I brought super glue, but I'm a bit reluctant to use it but be it Gorilla Glue or something other than Blue Tack. I'd be grateful for your opinions.
There's a couple of car parks not too far away from Methodist College.
Where did it put?
$51 A4s. Bet that beats how many A4s that Jenny Kirk has. Ooh. Wonder how many Jenny has. A4 still on my list. Surprised you don't have one, Clive. 51 more than me, says Andy. I only have 18 at the last count, a few are ones that are renamed. Well, that's what Brian's going to do, is the ones that weren't produced is he's going to rename some of the other ones. So he has each A4.
I have numbers and nameplates for a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's probably one or two that I don't, that I would have to go to Fox transfers to. But yeah.
It was going to keep you busy for a while.
Well, I could be coming over here for about 10 years on a weekly basis.
I have ones I need more T3s and G8s, but they're on the pricey side. Ooh. Isn't everything?
Now, where did I put? Here we go.
I only got one A4, 60008 Dwight D. Eisenhower as that A4 I cabbed when it was here over 10 years ago.
Let's see. Move this off. Doesn't move.
Yeah, I just put the link up to the Facebook group there, Flymo. 11 years ago.
Uh-oh.
I cabbed many A4s in the 1960s. Oh,
Shut up.
I use glue and glaze. Yes, I thought I heard someone use that one. Yeah. Clive says, don't use super glue as it can bloom the paint.
Yep.
Anthony Dodge, how you doing, sir? Good evening. The batteries are the CR927s, and if you haven't got any by Worley, I'll give you some. Oh, thanks, Andy. Yeah, it is the CR927s. I'll have a hunt around to see if I can get them. Jenny said you cannot have too many A4s.
You cannot have too many A4s.
Oh, Digger's in the house as well. Good evening, Digger. How are you doing, sir? I'd buy the black-livered Sir Nigel Greasley as I saw that at the SVR a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Straighten these up.
So Valerie says, I think you might be able to park in the grounds of the Methodist. Other than that, you can get the train to Botanic Station. Digger says he's good. Yeah, I'm not doing well. I'm getting over my flu or cold or whatever I have. Got a bit of a chest infection now, so on antibiotics, so I'm on the mend. So there'll be a little bit of coughing through the stream, I'm afraid. Simon, I rode behind 60009 Union of South Africa at the East Lancashire Railway once. Yeah. And River, I have Quicksilver in silver and Wartime Black. Yeah. I think the only one I've got is a couple of versions of Mallard, which is in BR Green and LNR Blue, I think. Oh, Kieran's in the house. How are you doing, Kieran? Hope you're keeping well. I've heard using PVA can do the job. Yeah, I heard that as well, because I thought PVA is easy to put on, but as Brian says, this is his daughter's name that's going on here, so it's never coming off.
No. I'd weld it on if I thought I'd get away with it.
I do have some of the glue and glaze here somewhere. So I did go through and sort out all my tubs a couple of weeks back because everything was getting a bit messy. So I tidied it all up. So in theory, it should be in the tub that I've marked glue. Glue and glaze.
That could work.
I've got some I've got some PVA here as well. I've even got wallpaper paste in here.
You stuck. No, you're not.
I think Nick's falling out at me. No, Digger. Hot dog pilot Andy, mate, you rode behind Mallard when it set the speed record. I've seen Mallard on the main line, sadly not in steam, as Union of South Africa towed her back to the National Rail Museum from Shildon once. And Andy's claiming he's not that old, Digger, so. Well, Trevor's got a bit of drizzle. It's surprisingly, it's warm here this evening, and the sun is shining, though I can see some dark clouds in the distance. At the moment, there is blue sky over the house. As you can probably see from the top right camera there, you can see a little bit of blue over the trees. She was in steam back then. Yeah. Oh, Jake's in the house. Haunted Railway 1820. Jake, good evening, Jake. How are you doing, sir? Just finished framing. Yeah. Why do you have so many Mallards? Well, Brian's collecting all the A4s because he loves the A4s and he's going to rename them all. So he has the complete collection of all the named A4s.
One of each. They're a bit like Pokemon. You got to get them all, you know.
So are you planning to have them in LNER colors or a mixture?
Me?
Yeah.
As is.
Right.
Firstly, I'd like one of each in name. If they're in BR green, LNER blue, there's actually there's Northeastern black.
Right.
You have LNER silver for the Silver Link, Silver King, Silver Fox. And then they had special kind of one-off liveries off silver. They had special trains. I won't say like the Royal Train or the Hebridean or whatever, but they had special liveries in colours. Right. So you could, I don't know if you showed the photograph, did you?
No, I haven't yet, actually.
Oh, okay. You'll see multitudinal colours on the.
Jake Anthony's asking, who did you frame and what crane did you set them up on? See, Simon, Anthony's someone who would give you a run for your puns. Oh, it's Jury and Gray in Perthshire, according to Flymo. Bit of drizzle. Right. 10 years ago when I saw it, February 2014. Oh. Walter Hope, Valley Railway enthusiast. How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Was the last run in 88 Doncaster to Scarborough on the Mallard?
Well,
And me and Graham have put the frame on the layout so I can start the layout. Oh, excellent. Birdwatch Express. What do you use for the decals? Well, the decals he's putting on here, Valerie, he got special plates made because he's naming this A4 after his granddaughter. Yeah. And he's numbering it her day and month of birth.
You see them?
Oh, yeah, he's showing them on the camera there. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah. There's always a first.
So he got them from Fox Transfers.
Yeah, where were we?
I'm not actually paying any attention to what Brian's doing. I'm just sat here, sat down, reading the chat. Going around on the layout tonight, we have a BR black liveried Q1, I think it is. That will be making its way off shortly. It's just here. So we say passing through my hands. And we have some nuclear flasks being folded around by a Class 50 DRS Class 57, which is almost prototypical for me, to be honest.
Tweezers. Sorry.
What's up?
Do you have a tweezers?
Tweezers.
They tend to give you these transfers, decals, and they're so close together that by the time you cut them, you can't actually hold them. Take a pick. Go on. Right. Thank you.
So, as I've been told earlier, Jason isn't on tonight. He's on tomorrow night. So I can go on a bit longer this evening. As long as Brian's happy to work away there.
You did say this was a tag team.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing too bad, Jake. So I'm sitting here relaxing. Well, anyone who's popped new to stream wondering who that is there, that's Brian Madden. He's putting some nameplates and decals on his A4. So sunny and blue skies here in the Peak District, although a drizzle this morning. It was the same here. It was pretty miserable this morning. I thought it was going to be a terrible day, but it's got really warm. York to Steamtown, Andy says. I saw all the A4s on Steam in the 1960s, a few pulled in and out of Doncaster plant. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was born after Steam. But I remember going over to Bristol. It must have been in the 80s. And my grandfather taking me down to Temple Meads, getting a platform ticket, and just looking at all the different trains. I just remember being there and seeing all the trains and loving it, but I can't actually remember what classes or anything they were. I guess there would have been 43s there, probably 47s and 37s. I remember just standing there and loving it. I would have been probably 7 or 8 at the time. Oh, Rachel's in the house. How you doing, Rachel? Brian's after Sir Nigel Gresley.
Huh?
Brian, put up your link to your website there again, so people who
Sure.
haven't come across it.
I don't actually have one.
No, I'm sorry, I'm on a different Brian. I'm on about
Oh,
Brian
sorry.
Finnerton.
Shows you I was paying attention to the work. 2310. Happy days. Now. Last one. Where did I get?
Been at the funny pills tonight, Anthony. Anthony's always at the funny pills. I did like that video he done on his giveaway there, trying to hypnotize Joyce. That was really funny. Oh, the punctuation fanatics are in, Andy. Oh, Anthony's been entertaining the grandson all day. And Brian Finnerton Central is sat there fixing a bodged Class 87. Oh.
Got swarm.
Mark, you wouldn't be any good at being a surgical nurse. Yeah, see, I'm just sat here on the sofa, just keeping an eye on the chat while I can hear Brian behind me huffing and puffing. You having fun there, Brian? This is modeling.
Oh, absolutely. Living the dream.
So there's going to be 25 layouts and trade stands at Methody, is there, in Belfast? Yeah, well, I'm planning to go there. Of course, it's a bit dodgy for me because 24th is fine. 25th is, although I'm not married, 25th is the date that me and Becky celebrate our anniversary. It'll be 28 years together this year. Looking at that, a renumbering job on one of my locomotives is a lot easier than that. And what have you got? You've got 48 of these to do, haven't you, Brian?
50?
Oh, 50?
50 or 51. I've never had them all in the one spot that kept them, other than on the wall. And I have 7 shelves of 7, so that's 49, and they're not all up. So, as you were talking about where to buy them, you know, secondhand or whatever, or going through a model shop. Sure. I bought mine through auction sites.
Yeah, Brian has been quite, shall we say, it must be the name, because Brian Finnerton Central, he's the same. He gets all the jammy
Absolutely. There's a website called easylive.com, and you just sign in, and it's not even a membership, but it gives you access to auctions and auction houses across the world. So I bought a lot of mine in England because there's not too many, obviously there's not too many modelers in Ireland. Yes, there are some, but not too many.
What's the website called?
easylive.com.
I'm going to just see if I can find that and put a link in. So putting something like Easy Live in. I'm not sure what you get up.
I think I've sent you stuff on that before, Mark.
EasyLiveAuctions.com.
That's it.
Right, I'm going to put a link into the chat for that. So I'm going to be looking at that later on.
So up in the search bar, what you do is you put in, I entered in LNER, and you click on that, and it will bring you to LNER stuff, such as cups and saucers or trackside signage, station equipment, and models. So, depending on how much you're wishing to spend, you can. I've been very fortunate.
So Digger is in the middle of building a new shed for his layout. So he's just saying the concrete's poured, getting it poured over the weekend, hopefully. Brian loves the A4s. Is there a least favorite LNER loco?
For me,
Yeah, what's your least favorite loco?
I'm not being funny, but it looks very similar, but I'd have to say the Hush Hush.
The Hush Hush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
overrated. As a model now, not necessarily as a functional locomotive, but I don't like it for some reason. The Hush Hush. It's very, very similar to the shape of the A4s.
Yeah, the designer of the Class 43 passed away a couple of days ago, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, there's Flymo with the link. My grandfather took me on his steam shunter on the steelworks when I was an infant school kid in the 1950s. Wow. I'm sure that sticks in your mind, Trevor. Hyman's asks, are you sitting on the sofa or lying down on the job? I'm sitting on the sofa. I'm keeping an eye on the trains on the layout and reading the chat and
Denying his co-worker a cup of tea.
Are you ready for a cup of tea, are you?
No. I'm sticking with my Pepsi Mango. Diet Pepsi Mango.
Leicester Station and TMD, good evening. How are you doing?
Now, you say glue and glaze?
Yeah. Probably if
For
you...
bonding and canopies and plastics and... Sure.
I would squirt a little bit out and then use a cocktail stick to apply a little bit.
Yeah. I did bring cocktail sticks.
I'm trying to think. I usually have a little paint tray that I use.
Cocktail sticks. No. Which I haven't opened it yet. Hang on. Right, move that.
Yeah, there's you can squirt a little bit out on the top of that and then use a cocktail stick to...
Just picking up the offcuts.
It's just a case of replacing 2 number plates and maybe builder's plate if necessary. So he's redoing the numbers, the builder's plate, and putting on the nameplate.
The builder's plates are absolutely microscopic. You see them there at the end of the nameplate.
Best bargain this year was Silver Fox for 20 quid. Yeah, the video I done today, which is over out for a couple of weeks, I did mention you, Brian, in the video and your website, and also for people who want to know about toy fairs and train shows, Rick and Pauline's Well Chuffed Railways. Valley 56, Chris. I can't remember saying hello to you, Chris, but how you doing? Steve Mark, even I have one A4, though I'm model Western Region freight. I think
everybody.
I think almost everybody will probably have an A4, probably the Mallard, and everyone's going to probably have the Flying Scotsman.
Yep.
You know, and then if you're looking at diesel electric, everyone's probably going to have either a 37 or a 47.
Or if you're sad, one of each.
Or if you're sad, or multiples of each. I think I'm up to about 7 or 8 37s, probably about 5 47s.
Can I ask the chat a question?
Yeah.
Do the members, if there's a special livery, for argument's sake, EWS, it's a nice maroon color, do you find yourself buying their logos, or do you stick with a logo class? As in, no, it's once it's a 37, I don't care what it is. But whereas if I saw a lovely class 56 or 60 in EWS, I got one there. That's nice. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I know personally, I'm not a prototypical modeler, and if I see something and I like it, yes, I do like 37s and I like 47s. But I will buy whatever I want and run whatever I want on my railway. You know, it goes back to the old rule one: it's your railway, you do what you want. But I'm the sort of one, if I'm at a show and I'm looking around secondhand stalls, if there's a 37 or a 47 reasonably priced, then I'm probably going to purchase it, even though I don't really need to. Yeah, was it last week's summer update, Charlie's update? He went to an auction. I know he'd done it previously in another video, but he went more into detail of it this time. So if you look at the summer update, it shows you in the auction on how it went.
Yeah.
I've got an A4 that doesn't exist anymore. I think there's quite a few A4s that don't exist anymore.
Small files, jeweler files.
Files.
Just to take the burrs off the nameplate. I do have a set, but needless to say, when you come away without them, that's exactly when you need them. Thank you.
It's just why I tidied up a couple of weeks ago, so I know where everything is.
Am I now lucky?
Oh, Valerie's already on Easy Live looking for stuff.
Yep.
Shed would be grand. My brother made a mess of the one he put up. It has come down again. Oh, that's a shame, Flymo. Cotton Buds, the unsung hero of model railway enthusiasts. Hi, Raymond. How you doing? Yeah. I think I'm probably buying a pack every couple of months out of Lidl. LNR locos are nice, but GWR locos are awesome. Discuss.
God's wonderful railway.
Yeah. Flymo daughter on a messenger making a table for her wedding. I don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
Now, Brian says he uses the glue and glaze for nameplates, so we'll give that a go. I think Brian's going to give it a go.
Just to try this.
Chesty Trains has reached 14.1 subscribers. Ooh.
Try this. I don't think it'll react with the plastic, that glue and glaze.
No, well, that's what some people are saying. They use that and it doesn't.
Because it doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Fimo saying you're doing great progress there, Brian. Here's to you. Thanks, Mark. I'm catching up on videos this week.
I don't know if this is appearing in shot or not.
Not too keen on the A2s. The rest of the classes are great. Personal choice. Yep, everyone's got their choice, Trevor. Tiny bit on the end of the cocktail stick will pick up a shed plate. Apply the glue to the model.
Right, flip to the, oh, there we go. We couldn't see the nameplate. It's a red nameplate sitting on the red background. So I go, flip, it's on the floor somewhere. Nobody move.
I'm doing a German era 1, so need a BR18 and a BFR 96 at minimum. And Leslie, not one British loco on the layout here.
Okay. Now, the nameplate.
These are those. Never really been interested in Steam. I have a 37 from a Cura scale. And Andy says the only A4 I have is paper. Yeah, Slimer says hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here. It all helps. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. I'm trying to work my way through them. When Raymond says, I'm not a prototype modeler either. No, I'm not. I just enjoy modeling, building the scenery and whatever colorful local I find and I like the look of. It's very unusual you will see anything prototypical on me. I think probably the nuclear fast behind a DRS loco is pretty prototypical for me probably. And the past couple of weeks I've been doing Irish locos. So that's been pretty tough, but that's about as close as I get. Tim saying, I buy locos that I have seen or run through Stafford and Telford. Very good. And Tom has quite a mixture. If it was around in the 80s, I'd buy it, but I do have a Tornado too. Okay. And Maura buys a variety of models, but mostly Steam.
Yeah.
I think Jay Loco, who is on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, I think everybody knows Jay Loco. I met her once at a show. Can't remember what show it was. It was one of the bigger ones. Buys locos that she has rode behind and lots of LMS Black 5s as they're her favorite loco. Huh. And Raymond Legs, I buy certain locos from certain eras, but that's mainly because I like that paint scheme or it's a special paint scheme. And the Flamer says, much the same, Mark, Brian, but I have to take my hat off to the folks who do specialize in era and a company in particular. Yeah. Say rule 1, it's your railway, do what you want. But don't criticize other people for what they do with their model railways. I just got a Warwell with a Sherman. I can't think who planted that seed. And Trevor Wells says, if I get all the A4s, I will try and get all the Deltics. The only diesel I would buy other than the 060 diesel shunters.
These makers' plates are tiny.
Usually after I tidy up, I know where nothing is. My A4 is Gadwell, renamed to Sir Ralph Wedgwood and destroyed by a bomb at York in 1941-ish. The nameplate went on another A4. Hot dog pilot Andy says, sorry about that, Clive. Don't go to Easy Live, go to the train shop. Yes, that's a very good point. Brian says, Brian Finnerton Central, go to Easy Live train. Don't go to Easy Live, go to the train set shop.
Some of the auctions can be even more expensive than a train shop. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to know what a bargain is before you commit to buying anything.
Yeah, especially with auctions. And if you can't be there and you're bidding online, you've got to think about what's the sale tax and VAT and everything do I have to pay on this?
Then you postage and packaging,
Postage and
and
packaging.
all that sort of stuff.
So you've got to think, right, is it cheaper for me just to buy this off eBay or to my local model shop? Or...
Correct.
Tim's asking you, do you prefer the Hornby or Bachmann A4s? Do you have any Bachmann A4s?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which do you prefer?
I'm not a fan of I was going to say Hondas, of the Hornbys, because they're tender driven. They tend to have issues.
Yeah.
I actually prefer the Bachmann.
Yeah. It's that old argument again about, oh, Hornby's not great, but Hornby, everyone I think has started with a Hornby train set. And I mean, when you look at a Hornby Railroad or Railroad Plus and comparing it to a Bachmann, you're not comparing apples with apples. It's a different quality. Now, Hornby do make some good quality locos, and they're up around the same price as the Bachmann one. So, you know, it's the old thing, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Motorway, Andy, I've got quite a few 37s, 47s, and 66. I prefer diesels, but do have a few electrics too. Jake says he used a glue stick and a cocktail stick. Yeah, Hornby is cheaper, but then it's lesser quality, I think. Does anyone know what livery was used on the Belfast to Larne line in the 70s, 80s? I doubt there'd be very few people here would know that, Valerie. I don't know myself. But I'll put it out there if anybody knows. Glue and glaze is similar to PVA, but is guaranteed to dry clear. There we go. And Jake's going to have a look at a Bachmann A4. And Flymer's put a link up to Chesty Trains.
Now I need a number 3.
And I've driven along the A4, if that counts. Yeah, I've driven along the A4 because that... Oh. Excuse me. I think the A4 starts in Bristol, and it's actually the stretch of road that goes under Clifton Suspension Bridge, which is known as the Portway in Bristol. Flymo Chairman, I was fussy enough to get a proper 4-axle tender for my Flying Scotsman. Couldn't get anything but a 3-axle one onto the first show this year. The loco was given to me, but not the powered tender. Northern Ireland has no decent model shops. Oh, Valerie, you haven't seen my video on Modeller's Corner down in Skillen.
Oh, contraire, mon frere.
Yeah, he's a very good model shop. Warren's very, very good. And if he hasn't got it in stock, he will do his best to get it in for you. And for all my viewers who are in the EU, because Northern Ireland is in the Customs Union, if there's anything you can't get in your local model shop, UK-wise or whatever, look up Modeller's Corner Enniskillen, go to his website, get his email address, drop him an email, and he can post it out to the EU because, as I say, Northern Ireland is in the EU, so you don't have any custom charges.
He's actually in both. He's in the UK and Ireland, if that's a thing.
Because Northern Ireland has that unique position where it's both in the EU and part of the UK. So,
now, one last.
Anthony says, I started with an ERN location, but I've fallen victim to outside influences. Typical Scotland, sun is shining and the rain is bouncing off the roofs. Well, usually in Donegal here, we tell the season by how warm or cold the rain is. There's the links to the train set shop. Thank you, Flymo.
What time are we? 25 to 9.
We never saw Bachmann sets in the shops here. Now I have on par price-wise. Yeah, actually, I never thought Bachmann actually done train sets, but my local model shop here does have a few Bachmann train sets in stock.
Right.
The issue with UK tender drive is that they never put a decent coupler on it, so the gap closes visible. Yeah, besides that, the older tender drives were a 3-pole motor, which were never great, and there was never enough weight in just the tender, so the traction was poor. So it was both pushing the engine part and pulling the carriages, so it just never really worked very well. A couple of coaches, that was it, and if you hit an incline, it wasn't going anywhere. And as well as that, it only had pickups. It would pick up one side on the tender and pick up the other side on the engine, and you had one little brass connection between the two, and it was just... The newer ones now are a lot more reliable because they used to have all-wheel pickups. Don't like the floating Flanders pony on the latest Hornby. Utterly stupidity. Yeah, I think they've just put that on there for people with smaller radius curves so it'll get around. Raymond Legg says, I have Vans on, and at the time, Fleischmann and Pico and Marklin had all served the close tender coupling issue. It's Hornby and Trying that lagged behind, yes. Trevor Vale, Christmas 1953, I was given a Triang shop window display, which had a green LMS Princess Elizabeth with a couple of Blood and Custer coaches. Oh, very nice. Oh, excuse me.
Here we go.
Hornby and Bachmann A4s both get better. The newer tooling they are, the more expensive they get. Yeah. Excuse me. I think the newer Hornby ones now have gone away from tender drive and they're actually main engine drive, which is better because it has more weight, so it gives you more traction.
Oh, Lordy. Now, anything else?
Yeah. Tom and Chris are getting their messages mixed there. That was meant for you, Valerie. Yeah, but that's the skill not here. Valerie, if you need anything, he does post stuff out. So, you know, if there's stuff you need, drop an email. Or if there's something you need in particular, tell me, I can grab it. And when I meet you, because like we do see each other a few times a year, so I could always grab it and bring it up to you at the next show or whatever. So you'll take payment over the phone or whatever, or PayPal or whatever. And if you want to order stuff off them and tell them I'm picking it up and bringing it up to you, I can do that, or you can post it out to you.
I'm going to wait till that dries.
By the end of the 70s, all the German and Italian motor railway companies had solved the coupling problems that Hornby is still struggling with. Rocco already had coaches where the buffers touch. Oh, Flymo's put the link up to Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. The only good Hornby tender drive was the Silver Seal because they licensed a Fleischmann unit for that. That's brilliant, Mark. I didn't know that about the shop. Paying custom charges is a real pain. Yeah. Yeah, so if there's anything you want, if you can't get it, because of course we've got Mark's models in Dublin and Cork, and then Modeller's Corner in Skellen. He doesn't send his stuff out by Royal Mail. He uses a courier because Post in Ireland has been told anything that arrives from Royal Mail goes into the customs, whether it's come from Northern Ireland or not. whereas so he stopped using Royal and Post for that reason, and he's using a courier now and doesn't have that issue. Spring may have, yes, I'll be redoing the wiring on my Flying Scotsman again. Now I have a bigger tender, yeah. Just sitting here, overheating, glanced at my big fan, hadn't turned it on all day. And Raymond Legs, AD model span and Rolea also had coaches where the buffers touch. Hornby refused to adopt that system and stick with the D-ring. Even Lima sets in the 80s had coaches where their buffers touch. Yeah, I think Hornby stuck with the big D-ring. One, because they were using old molds, and two, I think because it's not quite a toy, but it's not sort of next step up, and it was children who were having their first train set, so maybe to make it simpler and easier. But now they are using the smaller couplings on them, unless you get some of their railroad older stuff, which still has the big D couplings on them. Yes, Flyman says, that's what I got inside. B5, Trevor, but my Princess Victoria was in black. Cheaper than painting them by then. Yeah, I agree with you there, Tom, but having stuff posted out just isn't the same as having a good browse. Exactly. Maybe I should go over to Modeler's Corner and do a video once a month going around it.
Well, whoever goes into a model shop with the express purpose of buying
Exactly.
a track joiner, a packet of track joiners.
Yeah, and not coming out
You
with
come
the
out
logo.
with a you come out with a flipping loco and some and a rake of carriages and no track joiners because you hadn't got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going in, hand her the wallet.
Yeah, Mark's Models is a great shop. I've been to the one in the centre of Dublin, Hawkins Street, I think it is. I've been in there,
Hawkins
sort of
Street,
downstairs.
They have one in Rathcoole.
And then the one out.
The big one out in Rathcoole.
Yeah, is it Green Oak?
Green Oak, yeah.
And
one in Cork.
Yeah, I've never been to the one in Cork.
No. Nobody goes to Cork.
I
tell a lie, I have great friends in Cork.
Yeah, the one in Green Oak, that's a big one. And they've got a lot of stuff on there.
So,
and I've only got one Steam Loco, LMS Patriot class, Duchess of Sunderland.
Where are we going?
Freshman and Leam were the only companies that made good ring-filled motors. Yeah. The Lima D connectors are of dubious quality and steel too. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the old metal ones, they used to always get bent, and at least the plastic ones have got a bit of forgiveness in them, and they. Originally, the triangle couplings were the only ones that could couple on a bend. Okay. Simon Monroe, okay. Chatham show was brilliant. Did enjoy the show. Did meet up with Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction and Stanover Model Railways, and also Don Quest. Brilliant show at the historic dockyard. Oh, very good. The D-ring couplings came from Triangle. The original Hornby couplings were the Buckeye type. Okay. Yeah, the Green Oak one was class. It is really good in there. I'd done a video on there years ago. I went in there. I asked Mark if I could do a video. He was like, yeah. I think that was back when my channel was quite small, so nobody knew me. Tim Masson is asking Brian Sanderton Junction, are you going to the model show in Newcastle this weekend? Find track joiners and a lot of bags of random stuff I buy at train shows. In fact, I have too many Telegraph poles that way. Why do companies charge so much for fish plates? Because they can. How you getting on over there? You done?
Je suis fini. I finished. I probably shouldn't have done this as the first one.
Yeah.
So Maker's Plate number, right? And then when I turned it over, I had done this side,
Yeah.
but the number 3 had disappeared. So I had to cut another trick, put it in, and yeah. So there we go. Rosalind Clark, 2310. And she's still in DLNE or.
Oh, very good.
Okay. So as for the first attempt, I'm delighted.
That's really good.
That's a 7 out of 10.
You just got the number on the front.
Yeah.
There.
Now I'm going to get back onto Fox transfers. It took. I ordered the nameplates in November. Rosalind was born in October. So about a fortnight later, I got onto Fox. And a couple of emails here and there. What's the story? And they said they had gotten stuff from their engravers and that Fox had said, no, it's not up to quality. Do it again. And I think 3 sets of transfers later, engravings later, they said, okay, they're good enough to pass on.
Well, that's good quality from them.
I commend Fox Transfer, and they've been very, very nice. Great people to chat to on the phone, and I think it's a husband and wife team, because anytime we ring, hello, you get the I'm run off my feet. Hello, what do you want now? Yeah, we'll get back to you. So, but if you want to contact them, send them an email. They'll do it straight away. Phones, you'd be lucky if they pick up because they're out the door. So kudos to the people in Fox Transfers.
All right, well, you've got that done.
I'm going to get back onto Fox. They have these in various sizes.
But you want a smaller one.
So the small one that they sent me is
too small?
Is too bloody small. So bear with me. And it's right behind this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are too small.
So, yeah, go figure.
Yeah, it's numbering to do the ones at the front there.
So I need the next size up.
Yeah.
Possibly. But not the cab side.
Yeah.
The cab side wouldn't be too big. Would be ideal. But I can't shrink them.
So that took you just over
about an hour. So I had to strip them, clean them.
But the next time you do, it'll be quicker now because you've.
Oh, mercifully, because I will have I do have all the stuff at home.
Yeah.
So as I say, screwdriver files, put the file back in. You know me, I'm a bit like yourself. You say, ooh, little aisle.
Yeah.
I'm home.
I did see anybody who in Lidl here in Ireland now, I think either today or Monday, is coming in A-frames. So I'm going to see if I can grab a couple of those.
A-frames?
Yes, for putting under your layouts to support your layout.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they were, I think they were down for €15 each. So I'm going to grab a couple of them, as well as using them for DIY benches for holding stuff down. I thought, that'd be.
I went to Homebase.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a B&Q and we don't have a whatever. So we have a Homebase.
Yeah.
Went in there. Ironically, my son is assistant manager in a screw fix store.
Mm.
Nothing that I can hasten to add. And I says, now they do them, but they're Milwaukee.
Right.
So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, a bit pricey.
Yeah, 3 figures. No, son, get around. Not even with your staff discount. Doesn't even come close. So yeah, Homebase it was. And basically all I wanted was a pair of stand. Do you know what I was painting the shelves? So there were 4 meter lengths of 3x1 planed all over. That's what those shelves on the wall are. I didn't want them that they stuck out too far.
Let me get in there. I'm going to show you guys. Sorry, I've left the chat behind for a minute. But me and Brian are going to have to squeeze past each other.
That's okay. You work away.
Let's see now if I can. share this. So that's your. Right, so I can do that. Right, I'm just going to share the screen here. What's that? Share. There is some of Brian's
A4s.
Let's see if I enlarge that. Will I stay?
Yeah, 7 shells of 7 A4s. 6 or 7? I can't remember.
I'll just play that so you can see all
The
his.
top 7 shells are all A4s in the various liveries.
So that shows you the.
That's the steam corner. That's the steam wall.
That's the problem Brian has. That's Brian's
Yeah.
addiction. All right, let's get back to chat because it's. Well, we're up to
What are we?
10 to 9
10 to
now.
9, there you go.
So I'll keep going to 9 o'clock, and then I'll finish up at 9, guys. So let me just see if I can catch up with the track by the end.
All right. I'll stand here.
Yeah. And he got my Guinness flat wagons and Mark's model. Very good. More, I went to the shop in Greenogue a month ago to buy paint. Came away with 2 bags full of, and forgot the paint I went in to buy.
I rest my case. I rest my case. There you go. You cannot go into a shop and get what you want.
Timber Surf. Am I going to? No, I'm not going to get because the same weekend is the Worley show in Staffold, and I'll be there operating the Inver layout, the Worley Inver layout. So I'm going to be there for the weekend. I don't even know why they make fish plates. I've never seen a fish sit at a table or even use utensils to eat. Oh, Anthony, I'm surprised Simon didn't come up with that one first.
Yeah.
Brian finished Central Model Railway. I'm at Telford Steam Railway this weekend. And Moreland Model Railway says, Anthony, the drugs are still working.
Sure. I found the number 3.
Brian's just found the 3 that he lost. It's stuck to his hand.
This came off the locomotive. I had to cut another one and put it on. I didn't know where it disappeared to. I found it. As you do.
And he says, the scary part is I don't use drugs to be this way. I don't know whether to feel sorry for Joyce sometimes, to be honest, Anthony. Did she know what she was getting herself into? I once burned a hole in the floor with a soldering iron when I was a kid. Luckily, there was concrete under the carpet. Well, you need a sense of humor, Anthony, being a Liverpool supporter.
I'm an Everton man myself. Well, everybody has to cross the bear.
The fish must use thermite to light the grill. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
I once bought a continuous strip of fish plates quite cheaply. Can't remember where though. Oh, I didn't know you could do that, Tom. Anthony says, Andy, it could be worse. I could be an Everton supporter.
Now.
Or even worse, a Stoke fan. Okay. I was looking at such items at B&Q on Friday, but we didn't have room in the car. Chris Valley 56. I went on eBay to order insulated fish plates the other day and bought an 8F and forgot to order the fish plates. And Flymo says, oh, wow, lovely stuff. Quite a display there, Brian. So he's enjoying your A4 display.
If you want to put up the other one, it's what I'm saying about liveries. I like EWS.
Yeah.
And especially load haul. the black and orange.
Yeah.
So on the other,
I'll get there. And,
another
oh,
time.
I better come around and do it next. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to reach the bottom of the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, guys. Let me just see if I can.
If you could.
It should be on here.
That one is, there you go, that one. You see the load hole and the EWS.
All right, I'm just gonna, there's another video here I'm gonna share with you guys. You can see some more of it.
That's the CIE one on the bottom. Load hall, next road up. Then, but that's EWS, those, I know you can't really see them. Then there's a rake of 08s, class 08s, one of which is a...
You've got quite a collection of them.
I do. Put it this way, I can't put any more shelves up. Standing on them. That's a special, it's a London Olympics.
Oh, the white one.
The white one.
The 2012 Olympic.
Yeah.
So you can see Brian's got quite a collection. It's not just A4s.
So the next time you're over and you're broadcasting, how'd you get a full view?
Yeah. I'd love to do that. Come over and do the live from your place. Arrange that for
Wi-Fi permitting. It should be okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to skip through some of this chat. Chris Valley, I picked an etched brass lamp iron out of my beard in the pub one night. Oh, Andy Dobson's in. Hi, Andy. How you doing? I bought a bag of 5 points and control switches on eBay. They appear to be Atlas and Mahano for less than the price of a single new one. Yeah. It's great when you get a bargain like that. If that's the right YouTube. You don't have a YouTube channel, do you, Brian? No, Brian doesn't actually have a YouTube, no. Adam.
Unfortunately.
Are you not doing so well, Andy? Oh, you got a chest infection too. Yeah, I've been coughing and spluttering here. I finally gave in and went to the doctor on Tuesday. I got a course of antibiotics. Right, it's 1 minute to 9 now, so I'm going to start pulling the stream to the end. Now I've got to the end of the chat. So thanks everybody for tuning in this week. Video out tomorrow is on the lights I put on the buffers. Apologies about last week's video. I didn't realize it was that dark when I was editing it. So this buffer one that's coming out, because it was shot. Yeah, hopefully you'll see the lights on the buffers. But that'll be out tomorrow. Channel members have already seen it. Yeah, hit the like button on the way out and subscribe if you're new here. And if you've got any questions or comments, you can put them. This will go up as a video. You can always put them in there and I can answer them in the next stream. But thanks everybody for tuning in. It's great sitting here and having a chat with you guys on a Thursday evening. I enjoyed myself sitting on the sofa playing my trains while Brian was sweating here, putting nameplates on his A4. But he seems happy with it, and it's worked. It's looked out really, really well.
We know what to do and what not to do. There's always lessons. You're never too old to learn. It's great here.
So thanks everybody. I'm going to call the stream to an end now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out, and hopefully I shall see you all next Thursday. So take care, everyone. Bye.